I thank you for staying with us. Comrade Lanre Fadahunsi, you are going to tell us something before we went on that break. Yeah.
Yes. So, for instance, like I was saying the other time, if you look at the obedient movement worldwide now, it's been headed by Dr. Tanko Unisa.
Yeah.
Tanko was here in your station, on several other stations. You understand? Those are people that you will always see 24/7 with Peter Obi now.
Right.
So to my mind, it is not because somebody is hating on others, but I'm of the opinion that we should start identifying those individuals that can now join that vehicle. It may not necessarily be Labour Party, and it might still be Labour Party when some must have left to where they really belong. Because there's something about you, the genes you carry will always go with you. You can't do anything about it. So those who carry the genes of the old political order, where it is like bamu bamu thing, you want your own food to be well oiled and proteined, not caring about what goes to others. Such people will have to leave a vehicle that does not tend to meet those needs. And those others who share same views will now come and abandon such vehicle.
Right.
It may take time before the vehicle gets to destination, but it will always chart a course of movement and action for the people.
All right.
I am not a believer that it's going to happen in the immediate, but that channel will always show that, look, there are different ways of doing things and getting it right. And the more people go on the other side, on the one party level that we are talking about, and things are going wrong, the citizens too will have a rethink.
All right.
To my mind, all the ingredients of a one-party state, descent into a one-party state, have always been served on the table. It's just for the mix.
For the mix. Okay.
It's for the mix.
Now, the Labour Party, expectedly, they have reacted through their National Publicity Secretary, Obiorifo, and he made a statement in Abuja on Thursday. He called it, that's the Labour Party said, is a hall of shame to highlight the names of individuals who have dishonored the party and countless supporters who, against all odds, voted them into office. Now, Ifo indicated that the party plans to approach the Speaker of the House of Reps in the coming days to request the declaration of the affected lawmakers' seats as vacant in accordance with the relevant section of the Constitution, and he expressed the party's dissatisfaction with what he described as an unfortunate situation. Now, let me quote him. He said, the leadership of the Labour Party has received with discontentment the news of the defection today, that was yesterday, of some lawmakers representing the party in the National Assembly to the ruling party. And he called it, the ruling APC called it a hall of shame. You agree with him? And the Labour Party said they are going to write the National Assembly, that's the House of Reps, drop our mandate.
That's the ideal thing to do. I expect them to do it sincerely and honestly. And I pray they do. That's the next best thing to do. However,
but do you think that will fly?
You don't get. I think, and I would like to be corrected, that CC Onoged at the Supreme Court level had said it affirmatively that those who leave the party that got them into power should be excused.
Now the question.
The point now is,
the question people have always asked is
of the Supreme Court,
yeah,
on a matter like that,
yeah,
we could still have that in Brooklyn and Rivers.
The question people have always been asking,
the back and forth of
Rivers
I
understand.
and Abuja Court.
Now the question people have always been asking is this: who owns the mandate, the candidate or the party?
Okay, there is a redefinition of it. It's the people.
Yeah, the people gave their mandate. We know the people are the ones who give their mandate. Who did they give it to? The party, because on the ballot it's the party that is there.
That's right. It's the party. And populated by the people.
Yeah.
And you don't really need to be a party member to give your ballot to an individual. So for as long as...
But as a provision of the law, which you quoted earlier, that if that particular person crisscrossing, jumping the ship, can establish that there is a crisis in the leadership,
That's the thing. There is always a lacuna there.
Yeah.
So long as he can prove that, and to a large extent, that is quite possible. But then there should have been other processes to follow.
That leadership lacuna that you're talking about, is it at the national level or at their state level?
Some laws are made deliberately to make other laws not.
That's the way you say it.
No, that's the truth about it. There's always a clause.
All right.
Another.
Yeah, we have talked about LP and LP. Now, there is another person that's, a PDP member who jumped ship as well to say, I'm done here. And that's a member of the House of Representatives representing Ethiop West Federal Constituency in Delta State, Riatake Ibori Suenu, who defected from the PDP. She was a PDP person, and the daughter of former Delta State Governor James Ibori announced her defection from the PDP in a letter addressed to the Speaker of the House. And, part of what she said is this, that a notice of resignation of Honorable Riatake Ibori Suenu as member of the PDP, and please be informed that by this notice, I formally resign as a member of the People's Democratic Party with immediate effect. I surrender my attached PDP membership card with membership number 0777144 in furtherance of my complete dissociation and disengagement from the People's Democratic Party. And, she won the 2023 election on the platform of the PDP despite her father's political differences with former governor of the state, Femi Ojo. And some have said the reason was due to her exclusion by the Delta State chapter of the party. Is that enough? But I'm told we have a video to that effect. Please hold on, and we'll have it.
Right Honorable Riatake Ibori Suenu, member representing Ethiopia East, Ethiopia West Federal Constituency of Delta State. Her message reads as follows. Notice of resignation from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and defection to the All Progressive Congress, APC. The content of the letter reads as follows. I write to formally notify you of my resignation as a member of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. My decision to leave the party was necessitated by two significant factors. My total exclusion from the activities of the state chapter of the PDP and the persistent national leadership crisis that has deeply divided the party into opposing factions. Attached herewith are copies of my formal letter of resignation from the PDP for your reference. In line with the provisions of Section 68, subsection 1G of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, I have decided to join the All Progressive Congress Party, APC.
The welcoming her, some even preferring to carry her back for her as she's jumping ship. She cited exclusion, her exclusion from the party in the state to be her reason why she has left. Is that good enough?
Well, I just...
Because that's not even Labour Party now. We are talking about an established,
yes,
more established party like the PDP.
I just said it.
Yeah.
That you have to sift and winnow now the shaft from the seed. Now, that is what is going to happen. And I've said the core traditional...
So what's the shaft? What's the wheat? Who is the shaft? Who is the wheat in this particular instance?
Of course, you can almost tell that the real lady is just going home. Wike is still in PDP, in body, but his spirit is in APC. And so a lot of them like that, who are believers in Wike, who are still following Wike, are in APC already.
But Wike,
and so,
she's from Delta, Wike is from Rivers.
Do you get that in PDP? There's a faction of APC and PDP. I mean, there's a faction of PDP that is with Wike. And don't also forget, Nyesom Wike has been given a very strong police in the APC government.
Mm.
Abuja.
The FCT minister.
Remember, some 4 or 5 weeks back, came up with a long list of Nigerians who are owing and risk revocation of properties. Some people know how to use power.
What does that have to do with
Hello?
Crisscrossing?
Have you forgotten that Senator Adams Oshiomhole is alive?
Yes, he is.
As the party chairman, I'm on air, publicly said, if you join APC, your seat might be forgiving you. Hello?
So you think there is more than meets the eye?
Yes!
So it's not just about...
I mean, to be a landlord in Abuja and be in opposition, you stand a huge risk with Wike at the end of affairs there. I'm not saying it's indecorous, but I'm saying as Wike, Minister of Federal Capital Territory, I mean, if he says demolish, you won't even look back.
That's more like blackmailing people into joining your party. If actually, that's the case.
That is, I'm saying people know how to use power. So I told you already that a lot of people will jump ship. And my question to everyone that wants to join ship is, can you make a list of how the ruling party has impacted positively on the life of Nigerians?
Before they do so.
That you can convince people that for creating roads, by creating jobs, that touches the lives of the common man.
As a custom.
But if it is in the political class, they have their own other reasons.
As a custom, gradually, comrade, do you still see many of these happening more?
I said,
as we head to 2027.
Did you not hear what I just said?
I heard you.
I'm being
loud and
prophetic
clear
about it.
Yeah.
So when you see people moving, just say, oh, Lanre Fadahunsi said it. Let them go. Let the others now stay together. Do you get?
But those others that will stay might be seen as being insignificant.
Oh, well.
You don't have the power. You don't have the money. You don't
have you
the
forgotten it was just 4 people in a room when Peter Obi came to Labour Party? Have you forgotten?
But at the end of the day, it didn't work.
Did you get the drift?
At the national level.
A party that you said was just 4 people, cyber cafe guys in a room, now got 12 states with all the other things we saw in that election, and the ruling APC got 12 states, and the PDP got 12. Hello, that tells you something. That
but not at the executive. These 12 states were not at the executive level.
12 states at the presidential election. We're talking about
the winning,
about the presidential election.
So more
and the Rivers election also was part of the 12 for that party.
So more will still happen, according to you.
I'm just telling you that it was the people that made that decision happen. It was not the party.
No, I'm talking about the jumping of ship. You are saying more will still happen.
I said almost all of the core political class people
maybe
will go and join APC.
Now, let me end with this. Can we say, practically now, the business of opposition politics, the function of opposition politics, which is part of entrenching democracy, is virtually dead in Nigeria? Can we say that?
It's comatose. It may not be totally dead.
Comatose.
Yeah, it's a transition.
Transition?
Yeah, and so when you are transiting, it's like you have to move.
Transiting to where?
It's a transition into definition. And that definition will now be, oh, so it was part of them. Oh, so all along this was where I belong. Do you get? So gradually people will start picking their tents and pitching their tents where they want to pitch it.
If anybody is pitching their tent, if anybody is aligning and realigning, it shouldn't now be the time, because 2027, it's around the corner.
That's why
the big guys are aligning and realigning already.
Do you remember most states are talking about local government elections?
Yes.
Most states are talking about season elections of whatever. Those are the periods that you start seeing those movements.
All right.
I am praying that INEC will pretend elections that Nigerians can be proud of. I'm praying that the court adjudicates with less technicalities and what would be called remote control.
Okay.
Do you get it? And so when people are saying fears of state capture, they have seen certain ingredients of what makes it look like that.
All
So,
right.
but I'm not a lawyer, so
Okay.
I can't take the risk of speaking too much.
All
I
right.
can only say what I've seen
Okay.
in
And
public
let me
space.
take this as your parting shot. As an analyst, do you see this as a win, like a big win for the APC? Because everybody is aligning towards the center. The people might be complaining about the national policies, the reform, the effect of everything that is happening, but people are still joining the same party. Doesn't it signify that the APC is doing something well?
I have said
All right.
I've said it, and I've said I was being prophetic too about that. That Saul.
2 elections were held in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
APC had it.
Yeah. Saul.
So doesn't it suggest that they are doing something right?
Saul becoming Paul on the way to Damascus.
Okay.
You understand? The mission was different. I pray APC can have a different position upon the life of Nigeria.
But this doesn't answer to prayers, isn't it? It answers to decision.
Yes, and it takes one man.
Okay.
I think if the man at the helm of affairs decides, yes, we are called APC, we want to throw a part of honor, we want to turn Nigeria right, and we're going to do it with all sense of responsibility, it is possible. But the point is this, that the one-party states can work if the leadership is committed to delivery of services to them.
All right. I want to sincerely thank you. I remember, when you talk about vibrant opposition, even the ruling party criticizing itself. Yesterday, I think the Prime Minister of France had to resign because he did some things that didn't go right with the people. A vote of no confidence was passed on him. And if I had to go see Macron yesterday to just say, I'm leaving, and that's the quality of what you should be. The ability to be criticized even by your own party.
Institutions too, strong ones. And
the same thing happened with Joe Biden, in which he had to be told, you can't go with this frailty of your health. Step down. And he did. That's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. But we don't strengthen our institutions. And as such, we don't deepen our democracy on account of that. And to a lot of people,
and party supremacy.
Let me tell you one thing that a lot of people know, and that will probably drive some people still to the ruling party.
Yeah, quickly.
Is that you will always go to court. So from now on, you will have to always go to court on electoral matter.
All right. And
Let's
people,
leave it at that.
and people have been complaining. I think it's high time we had less of, court interventions so that the mandate can truly belong to the people, and it's not just some eminent men and women deciding on the lots of the people.
And we can see that play out in some elections that you discover, even in Nigeria here, that the other party did not go to court at all because they realized. I could remember Senate House of Rep Speaker then, Bajabi Amila. Oshun, how can you get 9-0 in reps? You get at some point the people can still make changes happen.
Yeah, Comrade Lanre Fadahunsi, a public affairs analyst. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, and this your white on white vibes is giving maybe his weekend already.
Peace, and Christmas is coming.
Peace, okay.
It's just to add a tinge of red and it's Christmas time.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
Thanks.
And my name is Femi Ojo. This is where we'll drop the curtains on these weeks and today's edition of Morning Spring. It's been an absolute pleasure, hosting this program and of course speaking to issues of public importance. We started the week with the tax reform bills, the controversies around it, and of course, it's a developing story. We now learn that the submissions of Jibrin Barrow, the Deputy Senate President, has been overruled by the Senate President. That's Mr. Godswill Akpabio to say, no suspension. We are forging ahead. Trust us to speak on the matter. The President has said the judiciary, the Attorney General, the Justice Ministry, should go and work with the National Assembly and work something out so that Nigerians can be proud of the decision and the reforms being thrown into the public space and the parliament for the benefit of the Nigerians who will be on the matter as well. Thank you. And big shout out to the production team that we have worked together all week. Next week on Monday, we'll be here, God willing. And of course, you can have a recap of today's program and all the previous editions of this program all week on our YouTube channel at Western Spring TV. Femi Ojo is my name. Have a fabulous weekend and please stay alive. God bless Nigeria.